For decades, whispers of strange occurrences on the moon were dismissed, laughed off as fringe theories and sci-fi delusions. Old rumors buried beneath scientific consensus. Grainy photos, cryptic transmissions, and unsettling astronaut testimonies were swept aside in the name of reason. But something has changed. Now, 3 long-lost NASA videotapes, recordings of the first human landing on the moon, are about to go under the auctioneer's hammer. These aren't just historical curiosities. They contain segments that were never broadcast to the public. And just as the world turns its attention to these forgotten reels, leaked astronaut footage has begun to surface, transforming faint whispers into deafening questions. What exactly did our pioneers in space encounter up there? Why were entire sections of lunar footage edited, cut, redacted? Was a section of the moon deliberately kept hidden from us? And if so, what was there that we weren't meant to see? The Mars and Phobos monoliths across the vast and silent expanse of the solar system, mysteries multiply. Mars, long a planet of fascination, holds secrets not just beneath its surface, but standing upon it. One such mystery stands tall and alone, the Mars monolith. Captured in high-resolution imagery from NASA's Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, this stark, rectangular object juts from a rugged Martian landscape like an alien tombstone. Its surprisingly clean edges and its lone presence in a chaotic terrain give it the appearance of something constructed. Geologists argue that natural fracturing in rock, combined with wind erosion and the play of light, could explain it. Maybe. But others see something more, a sentinel, abandoned or left behind. And then, there is Phobos, the enigmatic moon of Mars. Here lies another anomaly, the Phobos monolith, a towering shape casting an unnatural shadow on a cratered wasteland. Phobos, only a few miles across, should be a dead rock. Yet this monolith stands like a beacon, projecting vertically, unnervingly deliberate. Could these be ancient alien relics? Markers? Antennas? Theories range from the plausible to the fantastical, but one fact is undeniable: they shouldn't be there. Apollo, Santa Claus, and the objects they couldn't explain. During the Apollo era, astronauts encountered more than just the emptiness of space. On multiple missions, especially Apollo 11, strange lights, moving objects, and eerie shapes were reported, sometimes seen through the cabin window, other times captured in radio transmissions. In one now famous incident, the crew of Apollo 11 asked about the position of the SIVB rocket stage. Something was floating near their spacecraft, they said, but official records confirmed the rocket was hundreds of miles away. Whatever they were seeing wasn't part of their ship. Then came the whispered phrase, Santa Claus. In the sanitized version of mission logs, it's passed off as a joke. But for some, this was a secret code. A way to communicate the presence of an unidentified object without alarming the public. NASA explains it all away: ice particles, floating debris, light reflections. But astronauts, trained not to panic, don't casually mistake debris for something unexplainable. Why did Apollo 11 go silent for several minutes during their moonwalk? Why did radio black out exactly when they were describing the moon's spire, an impossible structure? In 1967, before astronauts set foot on the moon, the Lunar Orbiter program was tasked with mapping landing zones. But among the thousands of images, one stood out. A photograph showing what appeared to be a slim, vertical structure, casting a long shadow. Dubbed the moon spire, this anomaly looked like a colossal pillar standing in the middle of nowhere. Vertical features like this shouldn't exist on a moon blasted for eons by meteoroids and lacking any tectonic force. Was it just an imaging error? A trick of lighting? Maybe. But the shadow, it lined up. It moved as it should have with the angle of the sun. A real object, possibly miles high. NASA says it's an artifact. But some researchers claim otherwise, arguing that what we're seeing is a relic. An ancient tower, maybe a communications device. Or something left behind. Something waiting. China's mystery hut, a rock, or a message. In December 2021, China's Change 4 mission captured a peculiar shape on the moon's far side, an area never visible from Earth. At the edge of the horizon, a block-like structure rose from the dust. It was quickly nicknamed the Mystery Hut, and early photos suggested straight lines and a boxy silhouette. The rover began a cautious months-long trek to investigate. And the world watched. As the rover drew near, excitement turned to skepticism. Was it just a rock? China's space agency eventually shared a close-up, yes, an oddly shaped boulder. But that didn't explain why it looked so precise from afar. Why had light and shadow conspired to form something so architectural? Was it a trick of perspective? Or a deliberate design, meant to be seen only from a distance? Transient lunar phenomena. The moon breathes light for over 400 years. Astronomers have recorded sudden flashes, glows, and shimmering mists on the moon's surface, phenomena that appear and vanish within seconds. These are called transient lunar phenomena, TLP. Some claim they're meteor strikes, others suggest gas vents beneath the regolith. But every so often, light appears where no impact occurred, a sudden glow in the dead of night. Even Apollo missions placed seismometers to study such anomalies, but the data was inconclusive. Something is happening on the moon, and we still don't understand it. Could the moon be more active than we thought? Or are we witnessing beacons activating? Windows open.